Wednesday word drop, real estate edition. Today's term of the week, grant deed. The definition of a grant deed is a legal document used to transfer ownership of real property. It guarantees, one, that the seller actually owns the property and has the right to transfer it, and two, that the property is free of lien and encumbrances other than those already disclosed. Why does it matter? Grant deeds provide buyers with assurance of clear ownership. They're commonly used in a California real estate transaction. Let's talk deeds. What are the types of deeds? Common types of deed, grant deed, which we just talked about, which is common in California, guarantees the seller owns the property and is free of undisclosed liens. A quitclaim deed transfers whatever interest the seller has with no guarantees, often used with family members, trustees, divorces, any issues with title. Warranty deed offers the highest protection for the buyer. It guarantees clear title going all the way back through the ownership history. That one's pretty rare. A special warranty deed, seller only guarantees the title during the time they owned it, common in commercial transactions. A trustee deed is used when the property is sold by a trustee. Often that's a foreclosure or a trust. A bargain and sale deed implies the seller owns the property but doesn't guarantee it's free of liens. Common in some states but not often used in California. Once a grant deed has been signed, delivered, and recorded with the recorder's office, you are the official owner of the property. But with ownership comes responsibility. Any liens, easements, encumbrances attached to the property are now your responsibility. Story time. I can't remember exactly the reason, but the loan for a property that we were in escrow on was funded and the documents were out for recording, and I got a phone call from the title rep and they said the documents were pulled from recording. Well, that's not word you want to hear. Both buyer and seller were upset. Sellers had rushed to move out and buyers had a moving truck ready to move in. It was delayed a couple of days. The proper documents were put back together and it was sent back out for recording and did close. No keys or ownership was given until that, and until the grantee is recorded, it's not yours. Second story, recently I had an escrow and the escrow officer called and said, well, the good news is we've recorded. The bad news is it was 3 days early. It was a cash deal. Escrow had messed up and sent the wrong file for recording. It recorded, which really wouldn't be a problem, but something you don't think about is insurance. In today's insurance market, the buyer didn't have insurance until the actual date they were supposed to close. We called the insurance broker and they said they can't change the policy. It's set for those 3 days. So we hung on tight and waited, and many sleepless nights until the actual date. Nothing happened, thankfully. It all moved on. We all make mistakes. Things happen, but details are important, and who you work with is important. Moral of the story, pay attention, be responsible, and make sure you get that recorded grant deed. Make it a great day.